All right, so here we are. By the way, there are 5 weeks in this session instead of 6 weeks. I'm not sure if y'all noticed that, but they have some sort of special event on the 6th week here, or maybe it's a holiday. I don't even know, but all I know is that we have 5 weeks in this session. So today we are working with the energy of the hips. Week 1 of every 6-week session is all about working with the pelvic floor. Because we have 5 classes in this session, we're going to work with the pelvic floor and with the lumbar spine. It's known as the lumbopelvic hip complex. Let's take our yoga block and place it between the knees and the thighs. We'll take a moment to look down at our feet, lining up the feet so that the outer edges of the feet are in alignment with the outer edges of our mat. We want to see that the knees and the ankles are the same distance apart. If we have our feet wide and our knees in, we might start to get a little knock-knee with it. From here, let's bend our knees, place one hand on the belly and the other hand on your heart. And you could switch it out. It doesn't matter which hand goes where. Make sure your shoulders are comfortable. Let's look down towards the floor. Imagine if you had an egg on your head. We want that egg to roll off the top of our head down to the floor. We're feeling for a little bit of a stretch in the back of the neck, taking tension out of the base of the skull, and also taking tension out of your shoulders. Let's inhale in through the nose and exhale like you're blowing out birthday candles. Breathing in through the nose as much as possible. Exhaling birthday candles. Keeping that rhythm of inhaling in through the nose, exhaling, and now thinking about purposefully filling the lungs from the bottom to the top. Inhaling belly up to the heart. Exhale, relax the heart, then pull the stomach muscles in tight. Inhaling in through the nose, belly, stacking the breath in the lungs all the way up to your chest, lengthening through the crown of the head. Exhale, relax the heart, pull in your sideways, and pull the navel to the spine. Let's do 2 more. Inhaling belly, through the ribs, up to the heart. Exhale, blowing out birthday candles. One more, big inhale, roll the breath up to the chest, and then exhale, roll the breath out from the chest down to the belly. Let's take both hands onto the belly, keeping the breath as low as possible. Inhale, push the stomach out. And now exhale like you're fogging a mirror. Relaxing the jaw. Inhale, belly breath. Exhale. Inhale, pause. Hold it here, squeeze hard into the block. Keep squeezing. Relax the thighs, inhale. Pause, squeeze the thighs, ha breath. Relax, inhale. Pause, squeeze, exhale. Keep that ha sensation. Relax, inhale. Keep the lips together with the ha. I know it's strange. You're trying to do the ha breath, but keep your lips together. Relax, inhale. Ha breath. It should sound like Darth Vader or a scuba diver. Inhale. Ha breath, lips together. This is a traditional breathing technique known as Ujjayi. Inhale. Lips together with a ha. One more. Inhale in through the nose. Thighs are soft. Exhale, squeeze, ha breath. Relax the hands. Relax the thighs. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Squeeze the block. Exhale. Open the mouth or keep the lips pressing. Relax the thighs. Inhale. Ha breath, exhale. 2 more, inhale. Ha breath, exhale. Again, inhale. Ha breath, exhale. Inhale, arms come up, shifting forward. Lift the heels just enough to swipe a credit card under the heels. Most of us might want to focus on pressing more into the ball of the foot, so the large bulb of muscle that's below your big toe. Inhale, reach up a little more, press your tailbone back, pull the shoulders back. So we're doing a bit of a back bend. Think of the Olympics when you have the people who are doing tumbling, when they land a tumble, how they're like this. That's the movement that we're looking for. So this is reversing the effects of gravity and reversing poor posture. Big inhale, breathe into your chest now. Big breath in. Bow out your chest. Exhale, drop the heels. Take it down halfway. Reaching back through the fingertips, palms are facing down. Shoulders are pressing away from the ears, so your neck is lengthening out as much as possible, alleviating stress that goes all the way up into the ears. Press the shoulders away extra hard if you know that you're prone to ringing in the ears or vertigo. We want to take pressure out of there. One more big inhale. Squeeze the block, hands to the thighs. Let's bend the knees. Start to straighten the arms so that you're propping up the body, and you probably look more like a chicken. This is not chicken pose, it's actually cow pose. There is no chicken pose, there is a bird in yoga, no chickens. Elbows are back, squeezed in tight, shoulders pressing towards the hips, straightening the arms as much as possible while the tailbone flips back. This is a back bend, strengthening the back muscles. On the count of 3, act surprised. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, slowly come down, keeping the hand on the thighs so that we're able to completely relax the head and the neck while we protect our spine. Let's shake our head yes. Turn the head left and right. Let the hands come down past the knees to the shins. Maybe we hold the hands there, or maybe if it feels like a comfortable reach, touching the floor. No matter where we are, 3 big exhales from the throat. Inhale in through the nose and big ha breath. Inhale, hang really loose with the ha breath. We're working with cranial sacral. The more we relax the jaw, the more we throw the breath, chances are the more we will loosen the low back. Squeeze that block. Big ha breath. 1, 2, 3. While we're down here, let's take our block away from the knees and thighs and place it at the top edge of our yoga mat. From here, reverse swan dive, coming up, flipping the palms, reaching towards the sky. Let's step the left foot back. Turning the palms forward, exhale, coming forward while we bend our right knee and just peering over that yoga block. Inhale, coming up, both legs straight reach. Exhale, coming forward. Maybe begin to peel up that left heel just a little bit. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, lifting the heel is an option to put more weight into your front leg. Let's keep that rhythm of 1 breath, 1 movement. And think about pushing down energetically into your right foot again and again. Inhale up, exhale forward, lift the left heel. Inhale up. 1 more time, exhale forward, lifting that left heel. Let's reach back again, palms facing down so that we're able to open the chest muscles. Imagine that somebody just put ice down the back of your shirt. So it's that feeling of, ooh. Right? Or it's Shakira, Shakira. All right, too early, sorry, first class. Reach back. From here, we can look down towards our block. Maybe begin to lift that back toe. And if you want, reaching towards the block. So we went from airplane taking off to airplane coming down for a landing. If the block is accessible at the top of the mat, bring it into the practice so that we're able to use it for a 3-point balance. At any time, we could keep the left foot on the floor. The essence in this pose is the weight bearing in the right leg, working on bone density and also the stabilizing muscles in the hips. Option to close the eyes at any time. As soon as we close our eyes, we might notice that the body gets a little wobbly. If you get wobbly, you are normal. That is a normal reaction from the nervous system when we take away eyesight. Everyone has a tipping point. Be aware of your tipping points. When you're ready, the block stays on the floor. Let's lower the left foot. Walk both hands up onto the right thigh. Reverse swan dive. Inhale, bringing the arms up. Stepping forward. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Hands can go to the thighs, the shins, the block, or they can even go down to the floor. Draw the hands up halfway on the leg. Inhale, come up halfway. Monkey pose, strengthening the low back and the hips. Exhale, relax down again. Finding the next inhalation, reverse swan dive. Circle sweep the arms, press into the feet, reach up. If you get a little dizzy spell or feel a little lightheaded, that's really common when you first get into a yoga practice. If it starts to get bothersome, lower the hands down. Big inhale, reach. Exhale, circle back and around, palms facing up as we sit back into chair pose. Option to shift forward, spread the toes, show them how it's done, Gloria. Spread your toes, spread them like a duck. Lift the heels. It's amazing how much of our overall body's balance is dependent on the toes. Once you lift the heels, you can come down more. Relax your jaw. Good to have you back. Come down. Oh, you too. You too. I saw you. But I already got you for your toes. From here, drop the heels. Inhale, come up. Big breath in. Stepping the right foot back this time. A casual stride. Both legs are straight. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, palms forward. Let's bend the elbows and look out over your block and over the mat. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, pulling down. If you keep your right foot on the floor, it can really provide a nice stretch to the back of your ankle and your calves and the back of the knee. So you could always keep both feet flat. You could start to lift that right heel a little bit, bend the knee a tiny bit, and then set it back down. Inhale, reach. So the movement involves almost like a pendulum. There's like an ebb and flow to the way that the body is moving through balance from front to center to back. Option to close the eyes at any time. As soon as we take away vision, woo, the body says, what's going on? So leaning more into how we feel, less on what we see, recruiting some different muscles in the body. Vision is wonderful, but vision can be a distraction in the practice. And there's more to feel than there is to see. Hold it forward. From here, we have the option to go onto the tippy toe of that back foot. Maybe we reach the arms out to the side, airplane position. Maybe we lift the leg or keep the foot on the floor. Look down at the block, come down towards the yoga block or towards the floor, then lift the leg. So lifting the leg first usually is more challenging. We could always take the path of least resistance. Make life easy on yourself. Inhale and exhale. At least 2 more heavy exhales. Exhale, more important than the inhale. Let's get all of that old air out so that the body is open to receive a fresh breath, a fresh wave of prana. When you're ready, let's lower that back foot down. Inhale, reverse swan dive, coming up, traditional warrior 1, stepping to the top of our mat. Exhale, swan diving to a forward fold. We might have the hand on the thighs, the shins, or even onto the block. Shake the head yes, and turn it left and right. Let's allow gravity to work its magic, stretching out the spine, stretching the vertebral column. When you're ready, soften the knees, reverse swan dive, come all the way up, big breath in. Exhale, circle sweep the arms to come into chair pose, Utkatasana. Imagine there's ice down the back of the shirt. 1, 2, 3. Lift, shifting forward, lift the heels. Act surprised, animate your face. 1, 2, 3. That's right. You want to lift the eyebrows, vagus nerve work. Big inhale, drop the heels, reach up. Exhale, hands come down onto the hips. Still facing the front of our mat. Stepping the left foot back, keeping a bend in the right knee. We're turning to the long edge of our mat so that we have the right toe forward and the left toe facing the left long edge of our yoga mat. Extending the arms out at shoulder height. Just for today, maybe check in with the alignment of the right heel. If we were to drag that right heel back, it would line up with the arch of the left foot. For most people, heel to arch alignment tells us that your leg bones are hooked up in a neutral position to your pelvis. And we all want to have a neutral pelvis. Why? Because it supports your bladder, your pelvic floor. Who wants a healthy bladder? Pelvic floor work. All right, looking over the right fingertips. Imagine on the exhale that you're sending the breath over your right fingertips. Inhale, breathe into the heart, expanding breath. Pull the pinky fingers back so that you lift through your heart and your ribs. Exaggerate it. It needs to be really animated to correct posture. Keep bending the right knee. Inhale, open. Option to close the eyes. Notice if you feel centered. Can you feel the shoulders stacking over the hips? There's a lot that we can learn about ourselves in yoga. It's so powerful because of the body language. If you notice that you're reaching forward with more effort, you could be prone to more anxiety because you're constantly anticipating the future. That's cute, right, Lillian? And it's right on. It's not like a horoscope where it could be for anyone. It is usually right on. If you're reaching back a little more, that usually means that subconsciously we tend to get stuck in the past and we may experience more depression. And then of course, we want to bring it to center. How do we center ourselves? We bring the shoulders stacked over the hips so that we can stay ever present, because really this is the only moment that really matters, right? Opening up, big inhale. Exhale, right hand onto the right thigh or right elbow and forearm to the thigh. The lower you go, the more it will pull on your left hip. Open the left hand as if you're going to wave at someone walking towards you. Big inhale, reach. Pull your left shoulder back and press the right shoulder forward. Continue to press the right knee out towards your pinky toe and push down to the inner blade of the right foot. Reach straight up like you're holding on to 100 helium balloons. So you're being lifted straight up towards the sky. Big inhale, bigger exhale. Let's straighten the right leg. Take the palm of the right hand either onto your thigh and prop up the spine for triangle, or slide the hand past the knee joint onto the shin, avoiding any pressure on the knee joint. This pose has so much potential to do so much good, but the knee is in a little bit of a vulnerable position, so no pressure on your knee joint. Let's look up towards the sky. Option to close your eyes. So looking up is a big balance challenge for the nervous system. If you're feeling like it's unsafe, go ahead and look down at the floor. This could also protect your neck. Now imagine your heart is positioned like a single lung in the body. And as we inhale, we're expanding through the chest, reaching down towards the floor while we reach up towards the sky, creating a big stretch across the heart. One more big inhale. Exhale, bring the left hand down to the hip. Let's all bend our right knee. Slowly come up, both hands onto the waist. Swivel the right toe forward so that both toes are facing the long edge of the mat. Moving into a standing straddled split. Let's take the arms up and overhead, holding on to a 20-pound bowling ball. There's a sensation of weight pulling the shoulders down, so you're stabilizing the spine and shoulder muscles. Remember to smile. Anytime you move the shoulders or the hips, big smile. Inhale, exhale, swan dive halfway down, covering the chest over the floor, reaching back with the fingertips, working with strengthening the low back. Keep the head lifted higher than the heart. Keep your heart and shoulders higher than your hips. Flip the tailbone back and keep pulling the ribs forward. Inhale, exhale, hands to the thighs. Lower down a little more. Let the trunk of the body relax like a rag doll. Shake the head yes, and turn the head left and right. Let's lower the hands to the shins and maybe even touch the floor if it feels more comfortable. Again, shaking the head yes, and turning the head left and right. To safely come out of this pose, let's turn our heels in and bend the knees. So it's an awkward looking little squat, like an Oompa Loompa. Let's bring our hands up onto the thighs, pushing the tailbone back. Inhale, standing cow. Exhale, standing cat. Rolling the tailbone down, dropping the head and the neck. Inhaling, standing cow, flipping the tailbone back, lifting through the heart. Exhale, tailbone down, contract the stomach, round the spine. One more, inhaling cow, lift through the heart. Exhaling cat, round the spine, navel to spine. Inhale, neutral spine, reverse swan dive, bring it up overhead. Reach it out into a 5-pointed star. Take the feet out wider, toes out, heels in, sunflower flow. Exhale, pull down, keep lifting through the heart. Inhale, reach up, big breath in. Exhale, slowly coming down. Option to close the eyes. Again, anytime we close the eyes, the body is probably going to get a little wobbly, but that's okay. That's really what we want. When the body gets wobbly, usually it's trying to either repave or create new neural pathways. And that means we want to keep the brain to the body communication healthy. One more, inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bring it down. Hands come onto the thighs, 3 lion's breaths. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale, tongue out. 2 more. Last one. And now come up. Let's inch the feet in and return to the top of our mat. Same sequence on the other side. Inhaling, arms coming up and overhead. Stepping our right foot back this time. Turning the heel in, coming into warrior 2 position. Having the left toe forward and the right toe out to the side in warrior 2. From here, let's look over the left fingertips. As we're gazing over the left fingertips, keeping an active bend in the left knee. Looking down, we can still see our big toe. To work on stabilizing the kneecap, keep pushing down into the ball of the left foot while you press your knee out towards your pinky toe. Looking over the left fingertips, inhale into the center of the chest. Pull back with the shoulder blades, press the shoulders down, lengthen through the crown of the head. Remember to smile with your eyes. We want to stay as animated as possible. It helps to balance some cranial nerves. When you're ready, let's take the left hand onto the left thigh and open up. So this right hand is up as if you're going to shake hands. From here, option to come down lower. The lower we go, the more it's going to stretch or put a strain on your right hip. If it starts to hurt at any time, prop up your spine so that we can be kind to the body. From here, inhale, push your left shoulder forward and draw the right shoulder back. We're holding on to 1,000 or 100 helium balloons. If you notice that this is creating pain in your rotator cuff or shoulder, you could bend the elbow, you could put the hand at the waist. Go ahead and refine the practice based on what feels right for you. Let's begin to straighten the left leg. And as we straighten that left leg, moving into triangle position, sliding our left hand past the knee joint onto the shin, straightening that left arm so we prop up the spine. Use your arm like a kickstand on a bicycle. We're going to use the left hand to prop up the spine. Inhaling mostly into the upper right lung. We could always look straight up towards the ceiling. You could close your eyes. Again, it could get a little wobbly. That's just fine. It's okay if it gets wobbly. If you do everything perfect in this class, why are you coming? Why are you here, right? We're here to get wobbly. When you're ready, let's all bend that front knee. Inhale, coming up, warrior two. Draw both hands onto the waist and pivot the left toe forward. So both our toes are facing the long edge of our mat. The edges of our feet would be parallel to the short edges, front and back of the mat. Let's take the arms up and overhead. Inhale, circle back, reach the pinky fingers back, really protrude your chested ribs out in front of you and start to lower down, pausing at the halfway point. So it might feel like the ribs and the chest are really protruding out, but that exaggerated movement is actually going to keep us in neutral to strengthen the spine. The back is pretty flat here. Inhale, lift a little bit. Exhale, hands onto the thighs, lower a little more. Shake the head, yes, and turn it left and right. Hands can always come down to the shins. They could even dangle closer to the floor if that's comfortable. Try a big exhale from the throat, a big sigh of relief. One more. To safely come out of this, turn the heels in and take a small bend in the knees, reverse swan dive, coming up and strengthening the back. Let's step our feet out a little wider. Toes are out, heels are in, finding our moon flow. Coming down, moonflower. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, down. Keep pushing into the inside blades of the feet and press the knees out towards your pinky toes. So you have an energy going down and in with an energy that spirals out. So we're going to wrap the muscles around the knees and the hip to create more strength and stability. One more, moonflower lift. Exhale, hold it in the down position. Hands come to the thighs, flipping the hips back. Inhale, lift through the chin. 3 lion's breaths. Big inhale, bigger exhale. Throw the breath one more time. When you're ready, inch the feet in towards each other. Let's come to standing at the top of our mat. Having our block at the top of the mat. With our block at the top of the mat, we're standing just behind that block. So it's centered between both of our feet. Our hands can be out or they can be at the waist and hips. I cannot say one is more challenging than the other. It has to do with just the body finding its own way to balance. So let your body change at any time. Let's lift up our left heel and then place the ball of the foot on the top of the block. We could flatten the foot. The more coverage we get on the foot with that block, usually the safer it's going to be. It's going to be less challenging, more secure for the body. If you want to increase the challenge, maybe you notice this is just feeling easy today, you could always lift your heel, keep the ball of the foot on the block. That is the main thing. From here, just for today, let's take our left hand into the low back. Everybody has their left foot on the block, left foot on the block? Okay, let's take the right arm up, press down into the outer edge of your right foot, inhale into the upper right lung, and keep reaching. So we're really growing and lengthening through that right side of the body. Inhale big into your upper right lung. Inhale and reach. We're using the breath in the body to stretch all the muscles under the armpit. Let's lower our gaze down to the floor and look over to your left knee or outside your left thigh. When you're ready, begin to lower that right arm and twist across the body. If you want, release your left arm and reach it out behind you. Actively pressing back with the left hand, thumb is up as if you're going to shake hands with somebody walking towards you. Inhale, reach with the right a little more. Pull that left shoulder back. It's a big twist and it's a lot of movement in the shoulders. You have the option to hover your left foot off of the yoga block. It's there. It's there. It's also a long way down. I learned that last time I went roller skating. Don't remember the ground being so far away. One more big inhale, breathe into the upper left lung for the inhale. Twist with the breath. And now exhale, bring it to center. Both feet come down. Woo, that felt good. Bringing out all the toxins. Let's do the other side. Softening through our knees. This time we're taking our right foot up onto the block. So the block can be at any height. I can't say any height would be easier or harder. It has to do with bone alignment in proportion to your personal height. Go for the path of least resistance because really this is about the twist. When you're ready, let's extend our left arm up, circle it up and sweep to the sky. Push down into the inner and outer blade of the left foot. Inhale to the upper left lung and reach, stretching out the armpit. You could look up, straight ahead, or over the right shoulder. Looking up is harder. It is harder. It's an optic nerve sensory integration thing. This is going to be the most challenging position. Big inhale. When you're ready, take the right hand into your low back. On the next exhale, we're twisting towards the right, reaching across with your left arm. Extending the left arm out as if you're trying to shake hands with someone. Option to take the right hand away from the low back. Thumb is up on the right hand as well. Imagine somebody is pulling your right arm back and you're pressing that left hand around. Inhale into the upper right lung. Try twisting more on the inhale. Sometimes it feels counterintuitive to twist with an inhale, but it can give you a different sensation. Inhale, upper right lung. Pull the right shoulder back, reach across with the left shoulder. Option 2, inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head.
Lift the right toes and maybe hover that right knee. Relax the muscles in the jaw. Maybe stick out your tongue. We want this to be playful. It is work, but first it's playful. Big inhale. Exhale, foot down, hands down. Shake it all off. Let's find a little symmetry before we come down to the floor. Taking the feet together really close. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Lifting the heels, looking straight ahead or looking up. Utthita Tadasana, the extended mountain. Breathe into the center of the chest. Big inhale. And now exhale, drop the heels and swan dive. We have our yoga block here. We might want to keep, I'm going to keep, for the sake of teaching, mirror teaching, left hand stays on the yoga block. Right hand goes onto my right thigh. I'm sliding my left foot back, bending both knees, coming down into a kneeling lunge. Taking both hands onto the floor, right foot goes back. Block goes just off to the side, left or right. Toes can be tucked or untucked. Go with whatever feels right. On the exhale, press your hips back towards your heels. Maybe the hips touch the feet, maybe not. Child's pose. Option to hover your elbows above the floor or let the arms rest down on the yoga mat. You could even bend your elbows and have the hands under your forehead, resting your forehead on your hands. Practice long exhales here, inhaling and feeling the breath in the back of your lungs. Exhaling, making the exhale just a little longer than the inhale. Breathing in 1, 2, 3. Exhaling 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really let it all go. One more breath like that. Inhaling 1, 2, 3. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's all look ahead, look forward. Stretch out the arms for support at shoulder width. Shifting forward. From here, we're touching our toes together, swiveling our feet off to the left edge of our mat. Walk the hands back, then extend the legs out to come into seated staff position. Let's take our yoga block from just beside us and place it between the knees and the thighs. Pulling the toes towards our bodies, pushing through the heels first, and then pushing through the ball of the foot. So it's not quite a flat caveman foot. It's not Barbie toe. It's kind of Barbie toe. I think her feet kind of look like this in those little plastic high heels. They kind of look like this. All right, sitting up nice and tall, inhaling, extending the arms overhead, seated staff. Let's climb the rope. Reach, reach a few times. When you reach with the left hand, push your left hip down. Reach with the right hand, push your right hip down. We're attempting to get as much length in the spine as possible before we go into flexion. Inhale, both arms up. Press the hips back and down. Exhale, hands come down. Turn the fingertips back. Ooh, that's usually we don't ever do that. So I know I'm always like, turn your hands forward. We're not weight bearing. Fingertips back. It could even be fingertip like. Inhale, lift through the heart. Exhale, start to lean forward and keep reaching back. We're moving into forward flexion with as little compression as possible. Shoulders pressing away from the ears while we're reaching back with the fingertips. Big inhale, lift a little bit. Exhale, relax. Option to slide the hands underneath the legs, maybe under the thighs or under the knees. If it's a comfortable reach, reaching towards the toes or the edges of the feet. allowing your body to choose for you. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale, relax the jaw. The more we relax the jaw, the greater the possibility we will open the low back and hips. Big inhale. Exhale from the throat. One more, big inhale. Exhale from the throat. When you're ready, keep the head down. Let's walk our hands in, taking our block just to the side of the mat. Let's shift forward, keeping the fingertips facing the heels and the feet. Keeping the knees and ankles open and hips width. We can bend the elbows a little bit or straighten out the arms so that you get the bonus of a back bend. From here, option to lift your right leg, maybe lift the left leg, coming into supported boat, Navasana. If this feels pretty comfortable, if it's familiar to your muscle memory, you're welcome to take your hands away. If only everyone could see everyone's. I love when I go, and if you want to, you're like, lady.
Stand on your head.
80% of communication is unspoken. It's not the spoken word, it's body language. Yeah. Y'all know that saying, I'm sorry for the things my face said when you were talking. Okay, lower the feet down. Nice. All right. From here, take the feet out wide. Walk the hands back. You could even come down onto your elbows for this one. Let's let the knees fold over to one side and then bring the knees through center. Fold it over to the other side. Couple more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep it on that side. Roll all the way over to the side. And then roll over onto the back. From lying on our backs, let's bring both knees into the chest, holding on behind the kneecaps, or hold on to the sides of the thighs. Let's point our toes, extending the legs up to the ceiling. We can flex and point our feet a few times. Loosen up those muscles all around the ankles, into the calf, behind the knee. When you're ready, circle the ankles out. Let's come to a still point. Take the feet out wide. Push through the heel, creating a flat foot. Hands go onto the sides of the thighs. Let's draw our knees down towards the armpits and shoulders, finding dead bug. Adding in a gentle rock side to side. When you're ready, finding a still point, let's bring our knees in close, knees to chest, embrace the body. Focus on the breath. When you're ready, let the feet come down to the floor. We can walk our feet out wide, then touch the knees together. This is known as a bent knee relaxation position. It can be very comfortable for the low back. The more traditional position that we end class in is relaxation pose with both legs straight on the floor. Our hands can be on our stomach or hands out to the side with the palms facing up.
Once we find a still point for the body, let's bring our awareness to our breath. Imagine that between the navel and the spine is a balloon. As we inhale, we're breathing down into that balloon, filling it up. The belly gets nice and round with the breath. Exhale, completely passive, letting the breath go. Inhaling 1, 2, 3. Exhaling 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue to stretch the exhale out. Longer exhales can help us to feel more relaxed. Let's take the next quiet minute, just noticing the breath, longer exhales. Begin to deepen the inhale with a bit of effort, allowing the attention that goes into a bigger breath to subtly awaken the physical form. Noticing how the body is responding to the breath, noticing if the breath moves the belly, or maybe the breath is moving the chest and the shoulders. It could be both. Allow the breath to move to the sides of your body and even into the backs of the lungs, expanding the lungs 360 degrees, waking up the rib cage, pushing down into the hips, rising up to the chest, a full-bodied breath. We'll take our time to introduce some small movements, wiggling the fingers and wiggling the toes. To protect our backs, we may want to walk our feet in close and our knees. Take a moment and hug the knees to the chest. Reset your low back. When you're ready, feet come down to the floor and the knees will sway a little bit left and right. Roll over onto one side, whatever side is most comfortable. Take at least a couple breaths here before pressing up and coming to seated. Our mudra, working with acupressure for these energies today, you take your ring finger and curl it into your thumb. Extend the other fingers out. Press the index and middle finger together. Nanu, nanu. Reminds me of working Mindy. Flip the palms up and set them down on top of the knees. This is a hand gesture used to affect acupressure points that speak to your pelvic floor and your hip region. Sitting tall, inhale into the chest, big breath in. Exhale, let it all go.
a few more like this. When you're ready, bring the palms together and press the thumbs towards the center of the chest. Inhaling, lengthening through the crown of the head. On the exhale, we can close together. Namaste. Namaste. All done. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Next week is chakra 3.